qui permet au Paris Saint-Germain.
Di Maria, Mbappe, superb. Feel the force. Paris Saint-Germain. The Champions League is back.
Qui permet au Paris Saint-Germain.
Di Maria, Mbappe, superb.
Hello and welcome to the Parc des Princes match day -1 now ahead of tomorrow's second leg of the last 16 UEFA Champions League tie against Manchester United. Paris looking to return to Europe's top table, to be part of the last eight for the first time in 3 seasons. Since 2016, the last time Paris were in the quarter-finals of the UEFA Champions League. It's looking good so far because Paris lead 2-0 from the first leg at Old Trafford 3 weeks ago. We've got Thomas Tuchel's press conference coming up in just a couple of moments' time. It will be followed by that of Thilo Kehrer, the German fullback of this Paris Saint-Germain squad. Paris Saint-Germain, who have come off the back of 5 consecutive wins since winning at Old Trafford, that 2-0 victory over Manchester United. Presnel Kimpembe, his first ever goal for Paris Saint-Germain early in the second half, and then followed by Kylian Mbappe getting another goal. That meant 2-0 in that fantastic match at Old Trafford, where nearly 4,000 Paris Saint-Germain fans were there cheering on their side. There are plenty of things at stake tomorrow, most notably that place in the quarterfinals where Paris Saint-Germain will be looking to stop Manchester United. Manchester United side decimated with several absentees tomorrow night, including Paul Pogba, who is out suspended. The likes of Martial, Herrera, Matic, Mata, Lingard, all absent tomorrow night. Jones in defence as well. It's a second-string Manchester United side that will come here, but they are 3 times European champions. Let's not forget the most recent time in 2008 when they won this Champions League trophy. 1999, of course, when former Parisian David Beckham was part of that treble-winning side, and their current coach, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, got the goal. So Thomas Tuchel coming up to field questions from the press. There'll be questions about just who is available for Paris Saint-Germain. We know that Neymar will be absent, of course. He will be back. Tomorrow he returns to Paris. He will be in the stands cheering on his teammates against Manchester United. Edinson Cavani, we will hear from the coach, Thomas Tuchel, whether Edinson Cavani will be back as well. Manchester United, who were 11 matches without defeat before playing Paris Saint-Germain at Old Trafford under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. That is still their only defeat so far under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and that experience may hold them in good stead. It was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's first Champions League match in charge of a first team. He will have learnt from that experience as well. Since then, they've drawn once, Manchester United, but they've also recorded 3 wins, and they're coming into this game on the back of 3 victories. They currently sit 4th in the English Premier League. We all know that Paris Saint-Germain have had just 1 loss so far in Ligue 1 this season. Only 1 loss here at the Parc des Princes as well this term. That was against Guingamp, the second from bottom side at the time in Ligue 1, and it came in the League Cup. Paris Saint-Germain, who are into the semi-finals of the Coupe de France as well, they are 20 points clear of second place Lille in the Ligue 1 standings. Thomas Tuchel's, everything has been working fine for him so far. He's brought in various new tactical innovations to this Paris Saint-Germain squad. Many feel that part of that victory at Old Trafford was due to the coach, where he was the one who provided the changes. The players all said they knew exactly what they had to do. They knew the strengths and weaknesses of that Manchester United side. Manchester United, who trained here just a couple of moments earlier. We've had the music being tested. The spider cam is being tested as well. We've got the lawnmowers out behind us with Jonathan Calderwood and his team. And it is very, very cold here at the Parc des Princes as well. Earlier today, we were at the training centre, the Uridu Training Centre, for the live training. Manchester United are just about leaving the Parc des Princes now. They had their press conference here earlier before training. Interestingly, Paul Pogba was here in training with the side. We all know he comes from Paris originally, the France World Cup winner, suspended tomorrow night after that foul in the final seconds against Dani Alves. There will be something to look out for 4 of the Paris Saint-Germain players tomorrow who are all sitting on yellow cards. Certainly that's been a problem in the past when Paris have made the quarterfinals and haven't always had the best first 11 out on the pitch. It may again be the case, let's hope not. We certainly know that certain players played with yellow cards in Old Trafford as well and managed to keep a lid on things. Marco Verratti almost inevitably is sitting on a yellow card, one more, and he will be suspended for the first leg of the quarterfinals should Paris qualify. Also, Juan Bernat and Thilo Kehrer, who we can expect will be the 2 fullbacks, as well as Julian Draxler, the German. Plenty of reports in the French press today that Julian Draxler could be stepping up and playing in a number 10 role behind Kylian Mbappe. Certainly, Paris Saint-Germain have been in stunning form. That 5-1 victory over Montpellier, 3-0 over Nîmes, another victory at the weekend coming from behind this time against struggling Caen, who went ahead early in the second half before Kylian Mbappe got 2 more goals to take his tally to 24 in just 21 Ligue 1 appearances this season. Kylian Mbappe, incidentally, the first French player ever to score more than 20 goals in a Ligue 1 season for Paris Saint-Germain. He now has 28 goals and 12 assists in 32 appearances this season. It's an incredible record. He's only just turned 20 years of age, and so many people now are really wondering just what is the limit for this player and how long it will be before he is up there Ballon d'Or style. Earlier today, as we can just playing some highlights through the loudspeakers here, which I can assure you there's not 45,000 here in the Parc des Princes at the moment, not yet. Tomorrow night, the atmosphere is going to be something very, very special. We had Rio Ferdinand, the former Manchester United defender and England international, at the Urdu Training Centre last week to prepare this match for the English media. And he said everyone was so impressed by the Paris Saint-Germain supporters at Old Trafford that they'd never seen anything like it. We can expect that atmosphere to be even better tomorrow night here at the Parc des Princes as the sound testing goes on. This is a standard match day -1. We've also had the referees out here training as well. So we've got the PA system working. We've got everyone checking crowd levels. We'll may even have an emergency alarm drill coming up perhaps in the next couple of moments. Who knows? The most important thing is that Thomas Tuchel will be coming up very soon in the auditorium to field questions from the media. Plenty of French media, international media. It's a sellout crowd, 47,000 likely to be here tomorrow night for Paris Saint-Germain, including plenty of former players and stars. Carlos Bianchi, the Argentine goal machine for Paris Saint-Germain, still holds the record, equal with Zlatan Ibrahimovic, of 38 goals in a single Ligue 1 season for Paris Saint-Germain. He returns to the Parc des Princes tomorrow as well. That will be a fantastic moment. Sir Alex Ferguson will also be here as well to see his prodigies in action. And there will be a raft of stars here in attendance. But the most important thing will be the 45,000 Paris Saint-Germain fans and the Ultras who'll be making a fantastic atmosphere here. But now it's time to go to Thomas Tuchel's press conference.
Thomas, Loïc Tanzier, RMC Sport. En Ligue 1, à chaque fois, avant un match de Ligue des Champions, c'est votre gardien titulaire qui a joué en Ligue des Champions, a joué en Ligue 1 le match d'avant. Areola a joué ce week-end en Ligue des Champions. Est-ce que c'est lui qui va jouer demain a joué en Ligue 1, pardon. Est-ce que c'est lui qui va jouer demain en Ligue des Champions?
De gardien? Je sais qu'il joue demain, mais je ne peux pas dire aujourd'hui parce qu'on a encore un entraînement, mais les gardiens savent et je sais ça aussi, mais vous devez attendre à demain matin, demain soir.
Bonsoir Thomas, Dominique Sérac, Le Parisien. On parle souvent de Kylian Mbappé, le buteur. Comment vous décririez son style, sa gestuelle? Est-ce qu'il vous rappelle un attaquant qui a existé dans le football? Son style et sa gestuelle?
Son style. Sa façon. Oui, pour moi, il est un attaquant. Il est un des meilleurs attaquants dans ce moment. Il est très jeune, mais aussi dans ces moments, il est un des meilleurs attaquants du monde. Et il peut être le meilleur attaquant. Clair, il est très fort. Oui, comment on peut décrire? Il est très dangereux dans la dernière ligne parce qu'il a une vitesse, c'est très difficile pour défendre. Sa personnalité est extraordinaire parce qu'il montre son fin de marquer chaque entraînement et chaque match. Il aime de marquer et d'être décisif et c'est une chose, c'est une personnalité, à mon avis, que tu as besoin, que tu veux avoir un des meilleurs joueurs. Et oui, il est capable d'utiliser de espaces serrés et entre la ligne, mais j'aime beaucoup quand il joue dans la dernière ligne pour finir notre attaque.
Bonsoir Thomas, ici. Pourriez-vous nous donner des nouvelles d'Edinson Cavani? Comptez-vous le faire jouer demain? Merci.
Oui, Eddie a fait les derniers deux entraînements avec nous, avec l'équipe complètement, pas seulement une partie, mais il a fait tous. Mais on a décidé jusqu'à avant 1 heure, on a décidé ensemble qu'on fait la décision demain après l'entraînement. Parce qu'on attend la réaction. C'était son premier 2 entraînements avec nous. Nous avons joué et il a fait tous avec nous, mais on doit attendre. Et la décision finalement est demain matin après 11 heures.
Thomas, bonsoir. Nicolas Paillard d'Infosport Plus au niveau des caméras. L'entraîneur de Manchester United nous a dit que le scénario idéal pour lui, c'était d'inscrire le premier but. Pour vous, quel est le scénario idéal pour le Paris Saint-Germain pour se qualifier? Merci.
Pour faire le premier but aussi. Oui, c'est clair. C'est clair. Et le scénario idéal est que nous montrons notre qualité et nous jouons confiants et nous jouons calme, tranquille et à même côté agressif et très serré comme une équipe. Et mon équipe a montré ça pendant plusieurs semaines. Chaque 3 jours, on a montré ça. Et pour ça, c'est la clé pour moi demain qu'on a confiance, mais pas trop de confiance, que nous sommes attentifs, mais nous ne jouons pas avec peur, que nous sommes avec nous et que nous avons confiance à notre qualité. Toutes les choses peuvent arriver. C'est toujours possible qu'une équipe que Manchester, dans une 8e finale, il marque un premier but. Être prêt pour ça, on doit être prêt pour montrer une réaction si les choses sont comme ça. C'est toujours possible que nous faisons un premier but. Okay. Mais peut-être c'est un match très très serré. Je ne sais pas. On ne peut pas perdre notre énergie de réfléchir beaucoup de toutes les possibilités. Nous sommes ici pour organiser et pour préparer notre performance et pour être prêt et pour donner confiance. Et les joueurs ont mérité ça. Et c'est nécessaire que nous sommes préparés pour montrer une réaction à tous les scénarios qui sont possibles. Et ça, c'est les clés pour demain, que nous sommes avec nous, que nous sommes confiants.
That we should be playing our best, and that's the challenge. During the first match, one of the key was the midfield area. Now that you have 2 goals, you're 2 goals ahead. Are you going to put some emphasis on Marquinhos, the offense? Or put some very high rhythm? Or maybe you have a midfield with 3 players? Normally, Manchester like to play on the side with a 4-4-2, a diamond formation. With 2 strikers who are pretty wide. And for this, we need to find a solution. This is our goal, to control the rhythm. But it's not always easy. You know, that's the challenge. We clearly would like to control the game and the pace and counterattacks very early in the game. Maybe both strikers with Lukaku and Ashford, you know, they're very fast and strong players. So for this reason, we need to be very wary. With a good structure, a good formation, but I can't really tell you the composition of the teams right now. With Leo, Paredes, Marquinhos, we have 3 players in the middle, and I'm very happy to play with these 3 players in the middle. When we won 2-0 during the first game, what is the danger for the second match tomorrow? You think you should manage the game, or you should just go forth and try and win again? To my opinion, it's necessary just to forget the first result during the first match. You know, luck is... We also have luck, you know. Luck is also a factor in a match. But we want to make sure that there's no luck and we want to win. It's important to repeat the good things, the things that we did well. It's important to reproduce this on the field tomorrow. You know, play in the intervals, find the right areas. You know, just work on whatever we did well before and reproduce that tomorrow. It's important to forget the result, but just to concentrate on the actual performance. We're going to play the same way, whether we drew, whether we actually won the first match. I can't just let the players be influenced by the first game's result. It's not our mentality. To my opinion, you're playing an 8th final match. You have to be 200%. And then the results is going to be what it is, but we're going to just give our best.
Et on s'aperçoit que dans le même temps, il y a beaucoup de grosses cylindrées européennes qui, pour l'instant, n'ont pas encore montré le meilleur de leur visage. Beaucoup d'observateurs estiment que le PSG peut faire partie des favoris cette année pour la victoire finale en Ligue des Champions. Est-ce que c'est une analyse que vous partagez ou est-ce que c'est une pression supplémentaire que vous ne voulez pas vous mettre sur les épaules?
Also be strong. So do you have any kind of pressure? The fact that the team is so shiny at the European level at the moment? No, not really. We don't have a history of winning the Champions League. So we don't have that mentality. We don't have that pressure. It's a bit like tennis. If you've never won Roland Garros or played a semi-final, you can't really show up for anything, really. You just have to show every day every game that you're able to play good football and to perform. We have shown that we could play well in Old Trafford, and the victory was well deserved.
Et pour ça, ça veut dire que nous avons montré une
And, you know, Manchester is a good team. They've actually won many games before, even in their own championship. But, you know, we won, and now it's time to play well again. And we don't want to talk about finals as long as we're only in the eighth of final right now. So you just said that you should forget about the score, your performance during the first match, and focus on the performance. So what type of mistakes? You say you should focus on the things that you did well. So what do you need to work on, though? What didn't you do well during the first match? Well, we should improve, work. There are things that we didn't do well, definitely. But the goal is to improve and work on these things. It's not always do better and better and more, but sometimes it's just take these mistakes and improve, work on these mistakes. There are always things to improve in the way we play. We need to find new openings. And I think that the formation and the structure of the Manchester team will change. So for us, it's important to remain an offensive team, to show that we are offensive and that we are confident.
Et ça peut être une grande amélioration pour nous si on peut montrer ça encore demain dans un match décisif.
If Chupa is also showing confidence, this will definitely help the team.
On a montré et ça va aider pour améliorer le
We want to be consistent. We're working on being more consistent.
As a German, are you afraid that Solskjaer will do the same harm to you as he did in '99 with Bayern? And can you please answer in English?
It's better always to be aware of the qualities of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He has showed a lot of times, not only to Bayern Munich, but a lot of times that he is a super sub, and he was one of the key players of the biggest era in this club. And he was a guy totally as a striker, but totally devoted to the team, always ready to help in half an hour, 20 minutes, 10 minutes, or 5 minutes. And this is the spirit that made him big, and this is a spirit that is, like, for me, like a spirit that I would describe Manchester United. So it's better for us to accept this reality that these guys are ready for everything. I believe, because it's a strong club with a strong history, with a very strong record under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, before us, after us, more or less only winning. So for me, it's totally normal that we accept this quality, that we respect this quality, and we prepare for everything, and we prepare for the best Manchester United, and it's a big challenge for us, and hopefully we can bring this what we earned ourselves in the first match. Now is the challenge to bring it to the end, and it's a big challenge for us.
Merci beaucoup.
Welcome back then here at the Parc des Princes. You might be able to see behind me the referees are actually out doing their warm-up and ground reconnaissance, and that's why they're playing what will be the atmosphere like in the stadium tomorrow night all around the stadium so that the referees can get accustomed to that. Well, in that press conference from Thomas Tuchel then, the important points to come out of it. Hasn't decided who will be playing in goal, whether it will be Gianluigi Buffon, who has played in goal in these big Champions League matches ever since he has been available, returning from that suspension for the first 3 games this season, or will it be Alphonse Areola, who has been playing between the posts in the league? They're playing basically 50-50% of the season so far, the 2 goalkeepers, but the trend is that Gianluigi Buffon has been playing in the big matches. Same for Edinson Cavani. Will it be Edinson Cavani available tomorrow? That we won't know until after training tomorrow morning. There'll be an extra training session tomorrow morning, and Thomas Tuchel will take his decision then about whether or not Edinson Cavani will be a part of the match tomorrow night. Otherwise, so many questions from the press about what's the key. Should we attack? Should Paris Saint-Germain attack, or should they defend? Is there a certain fear that Manchester United could come back if they get an early goal? What's the ideal scenario? Should Paris Saint-Germain think about what they did well in the first match? Basically, the coach said, and quite categorically, the main thing for Paris Saint-Germain is to go out there and play well. It's a danger to think about the score as it stands after the first leg and to think how Paris Saint-Germain played in that first leg. Wipe the slate clean. This is a new situation, and Paris Saint-Germain, to play well, cannot think that they have a 2-goal advantage. That could be perhaps the biggest danger of all. He wants them to play focused, play strong and clear. And I think we have Thilo Kehrer, who's ready to come for us now for the second press conference. Let's go.
Bonsoir Thilo, Pierre-Niguel, la chaîne Équipe. Comment jouer demain avec l'avantage du match aller? Votre entraîneur a répété à plusieurs reprises qu'il fallait oublier le score du match aller. Est-ce que c'est vraiment possible?
And given that your coach just said before that you should probably forget the results of the first match.
Ouais, je pense qu'il est vrai.
I think he's right. Coach is right. We should start tomorrow 0-0.
Le seul objectif, c'est gagner ce match.
The only objective for us is to win this match. We showed that we are actually a pretty strong group, strong team. We're united, and yeah, we do want to win this match.
Au niveau des caméras tout en haut. Là. Est-ce que le PSG a plus de pression après la performance du match aller?
Do you think PSG has more pressure after the first win, and given that there are 10 injuries in Manchester? No, I don't feel any pressure. What I feel is that we play pretty well, we're pretty focused, we know our strengths, and as I said, we just want to win this game.
On veut montrer que ici à domicile avec nos supporters, on est.
We want to show that here, playing at home with our supporters, is a hard task for other teams.
Thilo, bonjour, Dominique Serrac, Club Parisien. On connaît Mbappé, l'attaquant.
We know Mbappé, the striker.
Sa gestuelle d'attaquant, son style
How do you define his style? You know, the way he moves, his style on the pitch. Well, I think it's not hard to tell. You can definitely see his style. He's a really fast player. He's got lots of qualities. His speed and his finish, you know, it's really clinical. And he's very young. And he's very important for us.
Bonsoir Thilo, ici. À votre droite, ici. Anthony TOLM, Canal+. Tout à l'heure, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer disait dans le football, il n'y a pas de mission impossible.
Solskjaer was saying that there's no mission impossible. And he's talking about what happened a couple of years, you know, this remontada, Barcelona against Paris. You weren't there, but lots of your teammates were there. So what have you heard from your teammates? Any kind of traumatic experiences from this match? No, we haven't really talked about this game. We're just talking about the present and, you know, these upcoming games. We're talking about, you know, the spirit, our spirit during the first match. And that's also what we would like to show tomorrow. We're really confident. We trust our group. We also have, good and experienced players, and we really rely on our group.
Bonsoir Thilo, ici Alexis Ontan de l'AFP. Parlez-nous de vos premiers mois.
Could you please tell us about the first month that you spent in Paris? How do you feel here and your objectives with the club, with the team? Oh yeah, I feel really great here. I think I've been integrated really well, and also in the Paris life. Everything's pretty smooth, yeah. Well, we're still, improving, every day, every practice. We can tell, we can feel it. We can feel that we're improving together, game after game. And I think we will keep pushing this direction, towards this direction.
Bonsoir Thilo, ici. Damien Degor pour l'équipe. Depuis que vous êtes au PSG, vous avez occupé tous les postes.
So since you've been in PSG, you basically played every different position in defense. Tomorrow, Martial is not going to play. Do you think your role is going to change? What type of opponent? What opponent are you expecting tomorrow?
Je pense pour moi et pour nous comme équipe.
I think for myself and for the team, the most important is us. Everything depends on us, really. We would like to show what we are able to do. Of course we do analyze Manchester like any other teams. But this is just about us, that's how dominant we want to be tomorrow. That's how we want to be, that's how we want to play. We want to play well, we want to be dominant. No more questions? Thank you.
Well, welcome back then after Thilo Kehrer's press conference. That's it from Matchday -1 here at the Parc des Princes, but we will rebrief very quickly what we've just heard from the coach, Thomas Tuchel, and Thilo Kehrer. Well, basically, the message is there. We're not thinking about the first leg and what has passed in history between Paris Saint-Germain and Manchester United. This is all about 90 minutes now for Paris Saint-Germain to get a result against Manchester United. The coach, Thomas Tuchel, said that. He said everyone has to play aggressively, they have to be focused, and above all, Paris Saint-Germain have to play as a team. The most dangerous thing is to come into this game thinking that you have a 2-0 lead from the first leg. Thilo Kehrer, he said exactly the same thing. He said for them, for the coach, for the players, it's 0-0 heading into this next match. There were plenty of questions about Kylian Mbappe to both the coach and to Thilo Kehrer, and the coach talked a lot about his best position, perhaps that it is a new central striking role, that number 9 position that is the one for Kylian Mbappe. They know he can play in between the lines, he can play deeper, but above all, he can play in that front line and he can finish off the team's moves, and that is where we've seen Kylian so impressive this season in Ligue 1 or in the Champions League as well. He was on the score sheet from that Angel Di Maria pass at Old Trafford. He has 24 goals in 21 Ligue 1 appearances this season, 28 goals and 12 assists in just over 30 matches in all competitions this term. Kylian Mbappe, the World Cup winner, is in the form of his life. We'd love to see more of that tomorrow as well. Thilo Kehrer said basically there are 3 things about Kylian Mbappe: his speed, his finishing, and the fact that he's so young. Edinson Cavani, a question about him as well. Is he available? The coach said, look, he's trained the last 2 training sessions. Will that be enough for him to be on the park tomorrow night? Well, that decision hasn't been made. It will come tomorrow morning after training. The club will train again tomorrow morning before having a siesta in the afternoon and coming here for the match in the evening. So one more training session just to fine-tune things. Manchester United trained here just about an hour and a half ago after their press conference here at the Parc des Princes. Otherwise, for Thilo Kehrer, the final thing, just that everyone needs to pull together and be positive about this result. The club have to play with confidence. The team, they want to be positive, they want to show their fighting spirit, and they are high on confidence for this match. Everyone is looking forward to the match. We will be live tomorrow night, pre-match, from 7:55 to 8:15. So for 20 minutes, an hour before kickoff, we'll be live right here, pitch side. We'll have the latest compositions of the two teams. The two starting lineups will be given to us. We'll have them live. We'll have some special guests here as well, pitch side. So that at 19:55 tomorrow evening, just over an hour before kickoff for 20 minutes, all the latest news from the day leading up to tomorrow night's match. And then, of course, we have the match itself, and we'll have the post-match interviews, match reports, photos, video highlights, everything you need to know on PSG.fr, Twitter, Facebook, all the club's social media accounts. So that's it from here tomorrow night, 9 p.m. The second leg of the last 16 UEFA Champions League clash, Paris Saint-Germain versus Manchester United. Paris leading 2-0 from the first leg, and a place in the quarterfinals at stake from me, Robbie Thompson, and all the team here at the Parc des Princes for Paris Saint-Germain. It's bye for now.
The Champions League is back.
Qui permet au Paris Saint-Germain.
Di Maria, Mbappe, superb. Feel the force. Paris Saint-Germain.